Jack was in huge form yesterday, taking players apart, winning frame after frame after frame. And still strange for me to see Rob Wharne breaking with a cut break, but it's working. Gets off to a good start here, makes a ball. 8 ball flies in as well. That comes back up, gets put on the spot. Oh, disappointing miss. Or was it? for Rob Wharne. Jack Whelan was 2 steps towards the table, and I think Rob thought he'd missed it. Gravity took over, in it falls, and on he goes. Still not easy. Getting to that one, top left's going to be the tricky part of this finish. When does he go for it? 8 balls well guarded as well. So he goes up for it now. Not quite far enough though. This is really awkward all of a sudden. I think he was hoping to still be on the yellow that he's just played as a plant. Red might be in the way. No, missed his ball. So first chance goes for Rob Wharne. Jack Whelan with the opportunity now in the opening frame. Similar feel to the opening frame of his semi-final against Chris Melling, who had the first opportunity and ran into trouble at the back end. Gave Jack an opportunity just to get himself into the match nicely. The red will drop in off the yellow nicely into the centre. He could play it straight as well if he wanted to. Well, he's just taking his time to work out how he wants to deal with them all. Could just go a million different ways really in this sort of layout. But just getting himself going here in the final. It's a lovely opportunity to do that, to sort of bed in a major final. And 1-0 to the Wonder. Well, let's see how his break's going to be in this final. Oh, it's huge. Immediately strikes it perfectly. And, oh, that's an opportunity. He was hoping for a half ball bump as that last ball was coming down the table. Half ball might have got him a chance at the red at the bottom, which might have made life easier. Can still go reds. Might be more tempted by the yellows. So yellows is the choice, as Nick Finn comes and joins me on commentary for this one. I know you were just wrapping up a Challenger final before you could get across for this one. So much going on here at these weekends.
Yeah, indeed. I've just seen the Challenger Tier 1 final between Gaz Higgins, Jaden Billingham. I mean, you've got to say, Gaz Higgins, that was an absolutely flawless performance from him. He's just won 7-2, and I think from memory, his pot accuracy must be, I don't think he missed the ball, I think it was 100%, but his positional play was incredible. One of the best performances I've seen this weekend. And Jaden Billingham, just a couple of small errors, but he was absolutely punished to the max. It was great to see Jaden get a couple of frames on the board, and he really enjoyed that experience. But what a future that young man's got, making a final at his age.
Well, first missed pot from Jack Whelan. Yeah, no, a brilliant run to see him through to the final. He's really starting to make waves in the game, so keep an eye out for him going forward. Tough loss for him to take in the final. He'll be back though, no doubt.
So given this game, I mean, with the momentum and the way he's played so far, I guess you'd just edge towards Jack being a favourite. But what a weekend that Rob Wharne's having as well.
Yeah. He was really down in the dumps after losing in event 3. He's come back strong in event 4. Excellent shot for Jack Whelan. If this yellow goes top right, it's perfect.
You could see that the expression from Jack, the little body movement as he dipped his legs. As that ball went in, he knew that was the key shot. Jack really does wear his heart on his sleeve in these games. It's great to see. He is such a competitor. I mean, it means so much to every player, but it really does play out with Jack. Remember him in the final against Jordan Shepherd. Just puts it all out there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Means a lot. It really does. A lot of effort goes into these events. Looks like it's going to be a quick 2-0 lead here for Jack Whelan. And that has been a common theme in this tournament. Jack's been in... Yeah, he's been cut breaking, which has been a big surprise to me.
Yeah.
But it's a big cut break.
Isn't it ever? Very effective.
Yeah, this is a lovely layout.
Just amazes me how much power these players can get into this cut break.
Yeah, red over the pocket allows him just to drop through, get rid of the one on the cushion. The rest is in the open.
He's going to be playing this one from close to the cushion the next shot, because I don't think he can get out far. Yeah, he just managed to stun back. Move the cue ball off the cushion an inch. Just allows him to get to the back of the ball, makes it much easier to manoeuvre.
I'll come a little bit too far up the table here. Not that it's going to really cause him a problem.
Yeah, the bonus being the red passes the 8. I didn't think it did. Rob is just such a smooth player around the table. He is great to watch when he's on his game. He really is. He's just a sight to behold when he's in full flow. Fairly flies around. And again, he's just such a natural player.
Oh, that's another huge break from Jack.
Is there anybody who manages to time it that well and just consistently hit the front of the pack and come straight back up the middle? I mean, you can tell that he's worked hard on that break.
Yeah.
That is by no means anything to do with luck. But to hit it with that pace and power and just nail the front of the pack every single time, I mean, have a go at that at home. Just try and do it twice in a row, let alone frame after frame.
Well, I've played pool for an awful long time. I've never hit a break as well as that in my life. It's so hard to do. And he does it on repeat, frame after frame. Actually hit that one so well. There's so many balls going in the top half. They've actually got in each other's way, so it's not an easy layout this time. Needs some attention on the right hand side. Cue ball's done a bit of mileage on this next shot. I think he has to play it off the yellow as well, just to open up the pocket. Plays it clean, so that means the red must go past the yellow.
Yeah, just to the bottom half of the pocket, I think. Get it off the knuckle.
He's gone too far though. You could tell he wanted to be able to get to the side cushion and just bump into the red, knock it into play, and he would have been on a choice of 2 balls, but he's gone past the straight.
Yeah, that suddenly becomes a tough ball to try and develop, so he may have to settle for a double on the one near the cushion. Well, he could just manipulate enough angle there to come on the right side of this red, and he's left an angle to get across there, but he needs to get it out clean, and he's not guaranteed to be on anything because the red at the top of the table is glued to that side. Do you think he'll settle for the double here?
He has an angle to go into it. It's risky from that line, from that angle. And now he's in a worse position for it. But I suppose the double's still available, so he's kind of not lost anything.
Yep. I mean, it's worked out okay, but I felt that was the only way it could really go wrong. Rob will be sat hoping for a chance.
Yeah, he may not get nicely on the 8 ball if he makes the double. He'll just want to give himself a shot at it though. Oh no, oh no. What a huge moment. Huge fluke for Jack Whelan.
I don't know if you noticed in the background, but Rob, as that ball was missed, he put his cue from one hand to the other, and as he fluked it, he put it back in the other one. He was literally just getting ready to get up.
It's your break, your one break of the game behind, if you like.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, the thing is, Rob couldn't influence that in any way, so never had a chance. But that's not what he needs at the moment. especially leaving this layout. Doesn't have an opener on reds, but I think yellows are probably favourite anyway. Just needs to get hold of the cue ball early doors. Yeah, you could see again that the importance. He's judged that cannon to absolute perfection. Whenever you see that Jack just flexing his legs there, you know that it's worked out for him. Full ball cannon to leave himself very nicely, and all these balls link really well to one another. You can just see the pattern. Leaving the yellow in the middle of the table as his last ball to get onto the 8. And Rob will be fearing the worst here.
Yeah, starting to really go Jack's way, isn't it?
Yeah, this
Things are happening.
This would be the second break of serve. Doesn't want to be welded to the cushion here because he needs to be able to get to the back of the cue ball, even if he's an inch away, just so he can stun the cue ball back off the last yellow. Yeah, just drifted out enough. He only needs to move it back a few inches, but you couldn't do that if you were stuck to the cushion. Very nice. And another simple 8 ball dispatched by Jack Whelan. He now takes a 3-frame lead. Cue ball straight up the middle of the table again, and unusually this time a dry break. This is the chance that Rob would have been looking for.
Desperate for, you'd feel. Needs Jack's break to go on off the boil a little bit.
Couple of balls so close to going in there, you can see the look on Jack's face. Couldn't believe he didn't make something. If the yellow goes through the gap of the 2 reds to plant on the other one, that's a real bonus. So I thought this could well be a problem ball. I think that actually works in his favour with both of them going in.
Yeah, I think he wanted it to.
Yeah.
You can see the plan here. He wants to be able to get the 2 at the bottom out of the way and then play on the 1 at the top of the table. Problem is, it's going to be really awkward to find that angle. And obviously the 1 below the 8 ball becomes your last ball.
So as a result, he's come above this yellow, and you can understand why.
Yeah, but that's tough, isn't it? He's got quite a lot of angle here. And it's going to be hard to get on that yellow. He'd have to really nip it to get above the centre pocket.
Yeah, I think the middle bag's in the line of exactly where he wants to be. I'm not sure he can get above it.
And he can't come across the diagonal because of the reds.
That's about as good as he could have done, I think. But is it good enough?
So he's having to play for the ball he didn't want to play for.
Yeah.
And that's going to be... I mean, this is really hard to get onto that last yellow as well. He's done well just to avoid it. All the 8 ball and the reds.
Still needs another good shot here, though. Get that cue ball moving, and he does. Super shot. Well,
used it all, in it goes.
Has to know. Jack has to know that Rob's there, ready to pounce. Cannot get that break working, though.
Maybe it's time to change for Rob. Go back to the tried and tested.
That's going to be heartbreaking for him. Bit of work to do. One red and yellow tied up on the left side. Yeah, it gives the red a little cannon just to push it further into the open and make it, just push it into a better place to break out the other red. Don't think he's looking at the top of the table. Can he get through to anything here? Not to attack, surely. Yeah, just pulling back.
Yeah, sometimes they're not there and you got to pull back.
Yeah.
Big frame as well.
Rob needs to find somewhere safe on the table, but that's easier said than done. He doesn't have any attacking options, so what can he find? Yeah, I think he's probably tried to bring that yellow up and cover the red over the right centre, but at the same time he knew that Jack's still got this problem on the left hand side, and again looking at that ball, what's he seen here? Surely just another cover.
Yeah, just trying to open up his red whilst not giving anything away on yellows.
Ball just drifted out though. It's trying to hide behind the red and only leave these couple at the bottom of the table for Rob to look at.
I went for yellow off yellow. He's ended up playing yellow off red. It's not come out brilliantly for him, but it's given him a chance. Does the yellow at the top of the table pass the red? If so, that's open now.
Not convinced that it does. Well, Rob doesn't look concerned about that yellow, so you have to assume it would.
Yeah, did he just step back to have a little glancing look at it? I think it might, just going off the way he's going about it. It looked tight. Oh, he's finished in no man's land here.
No, wasn't there, and no easy opener for Jack, but if he can find one, there is a finish on. I guess the saving grace is that the yellow has just blocked the path of one of the reds, so it gives Jack a bit of work to do.
Well, that flick doesn't hurt him at all.
He's got the ball on the top cushion, which he can use to give the one below it a bump to move it out, but also has an angle now. Just really about how Jack sees it. He's worked out the plan. Knows exactly what he wants to do. Doesn't want to finish straight.
Oh, he's quite close to his work here. That's not a good shot.
No. Not at all. But it might work in his favour, because trace aside and he's going to come straight down. Bit of a smile. He's.
I think he's just need the table and release the balls. Yeah, makes the pot. And
yeah, it does work in his favour. He's got the long one just off angle to be able to top straight through, so take his medicine, leave it a bit longer, or try and punch down. Yeah, punch down.
That's an excellent shot. It's going to be an excellent out as well. He's in prime position for the first time in the visit.
He's taken a couple of tough clearances now. This one needed a lot of work. That's a top finish.
Another huge break from Jack Whelan.
Balls chasing each other into the pocket.
And look at this layout. It's a dream layout again.
Again, working it out. It's going to be reds.
Yeah, it's going to be reds. Just interested to see the order. When does he deal with the red right at the top of the table, and what's he connecting it to?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to work out whether he wanted to go up for it now from the one near the middle. But, he's on this one to top left now, so get that out of the way first. I think he wanted to come back and find the same angle he just had, but may elect to go down table now, but probably not.
Yeah, still about the one at the top though, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Could cut that back and hold. He's going to have to time this well. Top cushion, side cushion and out.
It looks like he's going to do well to avoid the yellows, the amount of angle he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always looked a tough ball.
Rob Wharne leaps out of his seat. Don't think he would have been expecting a chance here.
That's what he wanted to see, not just getting a chance, but getting some help off Jack Whelan.
Wants that to travel. It's still okay. I think he would have liked to have taken the top one of the three now, but he's got the one over the middle. Kind of lends itself. Does he have to play a cannon here? I think probably so with this angle. Shouldn't go wrong, but it could. And does. Ouch. As soon as you have to play a cannon, there is a risk that you can get it wrong. And it is unravelled for Rob Wharne. There you can see that ball will now not go. It needed a fuller contact. Even a full ball contact would have been fine because it would have pushed it towards the pocket. But he just caught a glancing blow. I mean, he'd have a recovery shot if he had a bottom right, but the 8 ball's in the way. So what do you do here? Oh, what a shot. Oh, he's unlucky there. I mean, a brilliant pot.
Yeah, it's been one of those finishes, isn't it, where his first shot goes to plan. It's routine. He's out. He's already racking the balls up, but he's digging so hard because he got that first shot wrong. And he's got one more big shot to play. Otherwise, it is going to be 6-2. Oh, this yellow might get in the way of the red, so it might slow down Jack getting to 6-2. But Jack's now a massive favourite.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jack will try and manufacture an angle to move that 8, but he's certainly not forced to, because he can just hide the cue ball and make Rob move it.
Yeah, just with the red being over the top left, why not just leave him middle of the top cushion?
Yep, absolutely.
And you're leaving him the edge, but if he comes off one cushion, he's popping it open. Yeah.
Clever. Rob is going to have to play cushion first. Chance of it off the back of the red, perhaps. Oh no, he's played at a controlled pace.
But that just opens the red up.
Yeah.
There's enough showing now, I think, for Jack to be able to pot it. So not sure how Rob was going to gain an advantage there. I guess he was hoping yellow would just stay and make a mess of that red, just hang in the frame as long as he can. But
Jack having a very close look to see whether he can get through the potting angle. We'll soon find out whether he thinks he can. I think the answer is yes, because he's pulling the trigger.
he's taken quite a long time to look at this red, so maybe it's a touch tighter than it looks.
I mean, he's got the freedom here, knowing that he doesn't get it. Rob's title up. Yeah, I mean, he was having us on, I think. Just fired it in. But he always had the safety net, knowing that the yellow was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's going to be 6-2 with this 8 ball. And you have to say, probably really is one that Rob's going to rue and regret. That was such a big opportunity to make it 5-3 and punish an error from Jack Whelan, and don't want to let great players off the hook.
Does surprise me. Rob's got a very oh my goodness, that's a disaster.
Maybe just reaching for too much off that gut break.
I think that might be the last time we see the cut break tonight.
Well, we might not see it again simply because he may not get back to the table to break again.
That's true.
Jack only needs the 2 frames. He's got cue ball in hand here anywhere on the table. That normally spells disaster. Although it looks like there's going to be plenty of work here.
Yeah, but I mean, having the luxury here of cue ball in hand, he can immediately go after his toughest ball on the table. And now it's wide open.
I wondered whether the red was going to go to top left when the balls were flying around everywhere. I thought it was going to be a problem at both ends, but there isn't. That red will pass.
Looks like the 8 ball probably has to go to top right, but again, the perfect ball to land on it. The one closest to the right centre, and even better, yeah, you can see there that red in front of it easily passes. Well, he's decided to move it, which, I mean, it surprises me a bit. I guess it's one of those shots that really couldn't go wrong, but didn't need to, did he?
Yeah, it's rare that he does that as well. He's normally a player that won't move things if he doesn't have to. But
I mean, with the ball behind it, it's just got a perfect ball to land on it, and I fancy him to get that 8 ball 10 out of 10 times.
I suppose he felt it was a free hit and took it, and didn't really make it too much better, but didn't make it too much worse either.
I just think of those shots, and I mean, if it's not your day, which, I mean, so far it really has been Jack's day, but if it's not your day, you kick that 8 ball into the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rare one though. But Jack Whelan now 1 frame away. That reverse clearance puts him on the brink. 7-3 Chris Melling. Now 7-2 Rob Wharne. But one frame away as it is the final. Race to 8. And he has an opportunity to do it right here and now.
Another huge break. And just the two balls coming together. The last couple of balls that were rolling, you see the yellow moving up and sitting on top of the 8 ball just causes him a little bit of a problem, something to think about. Don't think that 8 goes to the top right. Definitely doesn't go bottom left, so
I feel like it needs a nudge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he's got plenty of balls around it to give it that little nudge.
The only thing is here, everything's kind of on top of each other. He's landed wrong here. He's not got a great angle. He's got the ball to top right, but then after that, as I say, everything's kind of sat on top of each other, blocking each other from the pocket. He's going to have a good cue ball. Needs 2 or 3 good shots.
Well, Rob Wharne will get back to the table, back firmly against the wall. Almost a surprise that Jack Whelan has not won the title in that visit. Not that that was easy.
You could see his pattern if he gets that ball, though. I mean, suddenly it was all there. Conversely for Robs, I think the yellow probably goes to top right. Referee's just asked for timeout. Not entirely sure why.
Yeah, they're just, I think, checking something with the clock. Not entirely sure what the issue is, but I think we're okay now. Yeah, the big question is for Rob, it's got to be that yellow. Does it pass to the top right? If it does, then he's fine here. That's awkward though. That really is awkward because he can play the plant again. I think he might, if this one goes clean, then he's okay. Yeah, I think it does, so he's okay. Oh, don't move it though.
Flicked.
Yeah.
Ow. You can see what he thinks about that. He's... Oh, this is horrible. I mean, even if that ball does go, well, I mean, it must clearly go because he's left it to top right, but how do you get back down table onto the last yellow? He's got a lot of cue power and he's very inventive, but you're going to have to see this cue ball fizz.
Oh, played the double off the red. That was so creative. And it's not landed. So it's a second opportunity for Jack Whelan to go and win the tournament.
Tough to see him messing up twice, but the red between the yellow and the 8 only really goes to the top of the table. Could move it now. Full ball contact on it. Doesn't need to move it by any stretch of the imagination. Could land on it and take it long, but he's got the great angle just to come up and just nudge it. Perfect. I think that is probably the final now.
Still just awkward enough though. Might have to take it now. Plenty of room, I suppose. Make sure of the pot.
Very similar to the shot he just missed a moment ago.
Yeah, maybe just that touch easier. Has he come far enough? He had so much margin to be able to play on both reds. I'm surprised he didn't try and get a little bit further down the table. I actually thought he might try and play 2 cushions there, but he had it was a touch straighter than I thought, that pot.
He's okay.
Oh, he's on the straight one, so he is okay. Yeah, it's perfect. Oh.
Pushed it towards the fire knuckle, but it's absolutely fine. Just stun this back. very simple 8-ball.
He knows he's won the title now. Jack Whelan is a Pro Series champion once again. Dominant from ball 1 of Pro Series 4. The wonder comes through, dropping just 10 frames in the tournament, and he walks away with the title. Great performance from Rob Wharne to make it through, Nick, but just couldn't quite get going in the final, and it's one-way traffic.
Jack Whelan is the Pro Series 4 champion. Well, that brings an end to another brilliant weekend of action here with Ultimate Pool. Crowned so many champions, Jack Whelan walks away with the final one, Pro Series 4 champion. There'll be plenty more storylines through the rest of the year.